Hi, my name's Candice Atterton. I work for a children's rights charity and I deliver advocacy to children in a Young Offenders Institute. I'm also a local councillor for Hanworth Ward, which is in the London Borough of Hounslow, and I'm on the cabinet where I lead on adult social care, health and workforce. I've lived in southwest London for over 17 years now. I've worked here, I've worked for Hounslow and I've worked in the Royal Borough of Kingston. I also raise my children here and my kids are in two schools, one in Richmond and one in Hounslow. And all the sort of early years experience that I have as a parent has allowed me to really know and understand what is available locally at that stage of life. The experience I bring is that I've got over 20 years doing youth and community work, and then I've been on the council since 2014 where I've been wanting to have more influence in the community that I served. I've been part of developing policies and also as a lead member I've been part of delivering on those policies. I think the South West needs a champion. I think it's been neglected by the Tory GLA member. I think it needs somebody who lives here and understands the needs of the people. Whilst the South West is an amazing place to live and work, there's also a lot of need. There's actually a lot of hidden poverty. In the ward that I represent, we actually are the most deprived ward in the London Borough of Hounslow, but all across the South West there are pockets of deprivation. I also, in my cabinet role, lead on adult social care, and so I have a really good understanding of social isolation and loneliness, which cuts across all different communities, and I think there's a lot of issues that really need to be brought to the attention and people's voices to be heard. Transport for London should not be a political football. It is a central service for all Londoners, young and old. People should be able to get affordable public transport to get to school and get to work. Depending on where you live, you can either have really good connectivity or you can have really poor connectivity, and it's important that we have equality across the board for the South West. People need to be able to get about, be able to go to work and to be able to go to school. I believe the green agenda is non-negotiable. I'm really proud of the work that under Sadiq Khan's leadership that London has been doing to clean up our air, and also proud of the work that we've been doing at Hounslow Council on our climate change strategy. I think everyone has to get on board with this if we really want to achieve a cleaner, greener and more healthier South West, and I'd like to champion that. Crime and policing is hugely important. It matters to everybody across the whole of London. Where I work in a youth offending institute, I see the harsh end of this. I see children who are serving long sentences for really serious crime, and I see the impact that it has for those children, for their families, and I also see the impact that it has for victims. So it's really important that we continue the work that Sadiq is doing around tackling crime, by tackling the causes of crime. That's an area that I feel really passionate about, that we really look at our preventative measures of helping children and young people to not commit crime in the first place.